This is the story of the building of a modern sailing yacht and of her maiden race in the summer of 1969. Night Train is a Competition 41, one of several types of racing and cruising auxiliaries produced by Henry R. Hinckley and Company at Southwest Harbor, Maine. A yacht is a dream transformed into reality, but you can't build her from a form in the mind's eye. She must first take shape on paper and every detail drawn to scale, altered and re-altered until her designer feels she will be the safest, fastest, most comfortable boat of her size ever built. At this stage, she is assigned a number, and until her official name graces her stern, she will be called simply number 4120. 41 feet overall, a little over 30 on the waterline. Her spar will rise 48 feet above the deck. She will carry 765 feet of sail. 6 people will cruise and race aboard number 4120. Now number 4120 moves from 2 dimensions to 3. The mold in which her fiberglass hull is laid up is parted, and number 4120 rises into the open air. The foreman of the molding room watches anxiously as her topsides come into view. And then we've got a beaut. The shining new hull moves down through the molding room. Now the conformation of her sleek underbody is readily apparent. Her keel, cast here at the Hinckley Company and weighing 4 1/4 tons, is moved into position. Number 4120 is carefully lowered into place. Joining to her keel by bronze bolts, the hull will be moved out of the molding room and into the main shop. The mold for deck, cabin, and cockpit is prepared. A complete interior must be built, of wood, matching beauty with the strength and durability of the fiberglass hull and deck. A locker door gets a coat of stain. A bulkhead, shaped precisely to fit the curve of the hull, is varnished. Number 4120 is in the main shop now, and a diesel auxiliary engine is installed deep in her hull. The interior is fitted, joined with more than 3,000 silicon bronze screws, driven straight and true. The exhaust system is in. The day fast approaches when deck will be joined to hull. But there's work yet to be done. Hundreds of machining operations form hardware to close tolerances. The Hinckley Company makes almost every piece of hardware that will go into number 4120. No, not that hardware. This hardware. In the rigging loft, her steering wheel is wrapped. The starboard forward lower is swedged to the terminal fitting. And added to the growing pile of standing and running rigging held ready for the day closer now when number 4120 will move out under the open sky. Not yet. The work on her interior is almost, but not quite done. And then it is done. The deck is lowered onto the waiting hull, to which it will be resined and bolted to form a tough, durable, perfectly watertight form. The excitement grows. Number 4120 begins to look like a yacht, a thoroughbred in a stable of thoroughbreds. Consultations are held daily. This one on the installation of number 4120's electronic system, radio telephone, fathometer, apparent wind indicator, speedometer, and log. The electronic technician installs crystals in the radio telephone. Finishing touches are put on number 4120's main cabin. Padded seat backs for the tired sailor. A final coat of paint on the overhead. And at long last, a name. No longer number 4120. Now she is Night Train, and she hails from Manset, Maine. "11 men, count 'em, 11, carry Night Train's tall aluminum mast from the spar shop to the launching site. Make that 12 men. But Night Train herself, now weighing almost 17,000 pounds, must be moved by machinery. The big day draws closer. The mast boot goes on, as any sailor knows, inside out and upside down. The mast is slung and hoisted away. Eager hands swing the big spar aboard. Then coax, cajole, and curse it into place. Headstay, backstay, lowers, and uppers seal the bargain. Night Train stands ready to slide into the Atlantic. But wait, will her engine run? It runs. Let her go. And ever so slowly, she does go. Night Train seems reluctant to wet her feet in the cold April North Atlantic. Yet she knows the ocean is her true element, and she gains majesty as she moves down to meet the tide. Almost, but not quite on her lines. She stops, and then moves into deep water under her own power. The dream has become reality. Now to test Night Train against the finest competition on the East Coast. Completely equipped, stores aboard, and shaken down, Night Train leaves Manset to race in the Marblehead to Halifax Ocean Classic. A hastily assembled crew will sail her to Marblehead, 160 miles up the coast. Night Train slides along easily on a flat sea, making the compulsory cocktail hour the more pleasant. Night Train's owner primes himself for the contest and, incidentally, primes everyone in sight.
It was 25 or 30 years since Jack first saw the light. He came into this world of ours one dark and stormy night.
24 hours out of Manset, Night Train enters Marblehead Harbor. 2 days are killed here by inspection, the skipper's meeting, wagers with other crews, bragging and boasting, and absorbing potables and viands in huge quantities.
Jack was every inch a sailor. He was born upon the bright blue sea. When Jack grew up to be a man, he left Nantucket shores, went hunting for the whalefish as his father had before. One day, all in a pea soup fog, Jack met with a heavy gale, and Jack was swept into the sea and swallowed by a whale. Jack was every inch a sailor, 5 and 20
Last-minute details, telltales for the shrouds. The boat hook is stored away. Sunday morning, July 6th, the competition moves out. Salty Tiger. Terra in the background. At 11:30 a.m., night train is off the starting line as the beautiful ocean racer Nina passes the bell which marks the start. More competition. 66 in all. They maneuver for the line, waiting for the gun to send them 360 miles across the Gulf of Maine to Halifax, Nova Scotia. Aboard night train, the crew waits in anticipation. The wind is east at 15 knots. The ocean sparkles, and the waiting is murder. A quick discussion on strategy. And suddenly the race is on. A starboard tack start and night train picks up speed. Then minutes after the start, night train is tacked over. And the first beer is opened. Night train is in the groove now, and the guitar goes into action. All afternoon she drives southeast. The wind holds, and night train moves well against her competition. Evening. Night train is tacked over. Sheets started and the wind soft. A red sky gives promise of good weather tomorrow. A perfect time to introduce night train's crew. Bob Hinckley, owner and skipper. Charlie Tyson, watch captain. John Kelly, watch captain. Robbie Bauer. Dave Glendinning. Al Russell, navigator. And Tom Needham, the cook. Monday, night train reaches on the port tack 140 miles out of Marblehead. The tall boy, set inside the reacher, adds extra drive. The weather continues fair, and throughout the day, night train eats up the miles to Cape Sable, landfall 230 miles from Marblehead. Monday flows into Tuesday. Night train has passed the Cape now. The wind has picked up and pushes her along the southeast coast of Nova Scotia. Hour after hour, everything pulling, she moves like a train of cars.
night train, going so fast. Night train, you'll never be passed. Going by them other craft, how do you go so fast? Oh, night train, where do you go? One thing's for sure, your navigator don't know. He takes out the sextant and he looks at the sun and he says, gee boys, ain't this fun? Oh, night train, going so fast. Night train, you'll never be last. Going by them other craft, how do you go so fast? Oh, night train, your skipper is true blue. 1 out of 10, he'll know what to do. The other 9, he'll come pretty near. So night train, never fear. Night train, going so fast. Night train, you'll never be passed. Going by them other craft, how do you go so fast? Oh, night train, you've got a great cook. One thing's for sure, he don't use no book. We all here, we call him Big Red, and night train, that's why you're ahead. Oh, night train, going so fast. Night train, you'll never be passed. Going by them other craft, how do you go so fast? Oh, watch Captain John, he's sure in great shape. Pretty soon he'll be known as the best deck ape. If he ever gets that chute, there's one thing we know. Night train, you sure will go. Oh, night train, going so fast. Night train, you'll never be passed. Going by them other craft, how do you go so fast? Oh, night train, where is Big Red? Some people say he's down below making homemade bread. Sometimes he feeds you steaks and sometimes wine. Oh, night train, how do you live so fine? Going by them other craft, how do you go?
Then 63 hours and 27 minutes from Marblehead, it's all over. The fleet lies at the Royal Nova Scotia Yacht Squadron in Halifax's northwest arm. On Thursday, a crowd gathers for the presentation ceremony. The silverware. And the speeches. The Halifax race comes to a close. Night Train has captured second place in Class B, 7th in a fleet of 66, and her skipper points out a slight error in the engraving on his prize. The crowd disperses, and the inevitable happy drunk lurks in the background. Night Train has been tested and found not wanting, and her skipper is already getting up steam for her next race.
Night train, you'll never be passed. Going by them other craft, how do you go so fast? Night train, going so fast. night train, you'll never be lost. You're going by them other craft out